this idea that she came out wearing that red A really highlights, I think, her own personal degeneracy and something that other young women should not be looking to for an example, because she's trying to set herself as an example for young women. And it's like, well, no, this woman's not a good example for young women. People like Nancy Mace, they try to weaponize their womanhood as a force of power over civilization. But in reality, what they're doing when they stand up there and, do these stupid publicity stunts is undermine the traditional family. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Red Top Report. I'm your host, Joe Enders, and we got some news coming out of Congress. It's actually some pretty bizarre. So I'm actually still not fully understanding of what's going on, but we have South Carolina Representative Nancy Mace walking out of Congress with like a shirt with a big red A on it. So I mean, you got the video of this?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, no, so what's so bizarre about this is her explanation for it, and you have that loaded up as well, right, Ronan?
Yeah, let's check out her explanation.
Okay.
I'm wearing the Scarlet letter after the week that I just had last week, being a woman up here and being demonized for my vote and for my voice. I'm here to let the rest of the world know, and the country know, I'm on the side of the people. I'm not on the side of the establishment, and I'm going to do the right thing every single time, no matter the consequences, because I don't answer to anybody in D.C. I don't answer to anyone in Washington. I only answer to the people. Thank you.
Okay, so on a personal level, like, I agree with her voting to oust McCarthy. I think that was the right vote. I think that's the right thing to do to get him out of there. I think that he was a rhino Republican. But this is all, like, kind of besides the point. I don't really understand what the A is specifically supposed to stand for. Because for those who aren't familiar, the Scarlet Letter, put it up on screen. We have the description from Wikipedia. It's a work of historical fiction by American author Nathaniel Hawthorne, published in 1850, set in a Puritan Massachusetts Bay colony during the years of 1642 to 1649. Now, the A specifically in here was that as a punishment for conceiving a daughter with a man to whom she is not married, she must wear the Scarlet Letter A for adultery, containing a number of religious and historical allusions. So this is actually a very, historical form of punishment. It was ritual, or it was humiliation. Ritual humiliation is one way to put it. And they would do this to people. If somebody was an adulterer, they would put like a big A on there. If they were a thief, they'd put a T or something like that. There was all sorts of, different punishments in the medieval times. And I think that's what the Scarlet Letter is kind of getting at by doing that to her. But what I find so ironic about this is, regardless of what she's doing, it makes no sense that she's wearing the A with there. And she says because she's a woman with her vote. Like, what are you talking about? This has nothing to do with you being a woman. People are demonizing you because there's a two-party system. And of that two-party system, there is an establishment that has a globalist viewpoint, a globalist view of foreign policy that you're going against by voting that. It has nothing to do with woman or anything like that. You're not some feminist hero for your vote. That's all a load of nonsense. But what's so interesting about this is that Nancy, it just seems like she was walking out there talking about the past remarks she had made at that prayer breakfast. She went to a Christian prayer breakfast and literally told everybody that she gave up fornicating with her boyfriend to come do that.
And when I woke up this morning at 7, I was getting picked up at 7:45. Patrick, my fiance, tried to pull me by my waist over this morning in bed. And I was like, no, baby, we don't got time for that this morning. I got to get to the prayer breakfast and I got to be on time. And a little TMI, but he can wait. I'll see him later tonight.
And then, guys, the story gets even deeper. You're going to put up a graphic of this too. She's actually been divorced 2 times. So from a Catholic perspective, when you actually look at the history of Nancy Mace, I read up on this, and before I found out it was about the Kevin McCarthy vote, I'm like, did her pastor make her do this because she's fornicating with another man when she should be going back to her husband? Because from the Catholic perspective, you're actually not allowed to get divorced at all. You can have a marriage annulled, which says that the marriage was never validly done, so you were actually never married, and the church will find that out for you. But divorce, meaning an existing marriage dissolves and they are now 2 separate people, you're not allowed to do that in Catholicism. So this idea that she came out wearing that red A really highlights, I think, her own personal degeneracy and something that other young women should not be looking to for an example, because she's trying to set herself as an example for young women. And it's like, well, no, this woman's not a good example for young women. She is somebody who left two separate men. She got married to her husband, who would be her first husband, assuming it was a valid marriage, a natural marriage. Then she went on to another husband, committed adultery with that person, broke up with that person, and now she's fornicating with her boyfriend before they're married at all. This is entirely awful sexual morality to be looking to for young women these days. And by the way, when she was pressed on it, she refused to apologize for it, as far as I'm aware. So it's like when you look at these sorts of things, it's like people like Nancy Mace, they try to weaponize their womanhood as a force of power over civilization. But in reality, what they're doing when they stand up there and do these stupid publicity stunts is undermine the traditional family. And she does that through her lifestyle and through this stupid publicity stunt. Because like I said, I literally thought, and I think you did too, I literally thought that she had that A as like a punish. It seemed like somebody told her that she had to do this or she was going to hell. Wear the adultery A on her shirt as a punishment for all the fornication and all the stuff that she's done after leaving her husband, or having her husband leaving her, or whatever the situation may have been. So yeah, I mean, you got anything to add to that, Ronan?
Nope, you can wrap it up.
Yeah, okay, dude. Guys, you gotta follow us on Instagram, you gotta follow us on X, and you need to watch us on Spiritus TV, and you need to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And don't do what Nancy Mace is doing when she's soliciting donations from her weird shirt. You need to give us your money.
Just 39 cents. That's less than a small cup of coffee, but it can make all the difference in the world to the people of this village. Ask for more.
And you can give us your money by going to buymeacoffee.com. That is buymeacoffee.com. You can do a single donation, or you can do a monthly Joe for Joe donation for only $5 a month. And if you want to stick on that topic of adultery, we had a video come out just a little while ago talking about just that. And with that said, guys, that's all we got for this episode. God bless you.